was dominated by the Latin Kings and Netis gangs. African American inmates, who felt oppressed by these dominant gangs, decided to create a united front to protect themselves. Two prisoners, Leonard Deadeye Mackenzie and Omar O.G. McPorty, are credited with forming the alliance that became known as the United Blood Nation in Rikers Island. The UBN was initially created not as a street gang, but as an organization for inmate protection within the prison sit-in. The founders adopted the name Bloods to resonate with a notorious street gang of the same name that had been operating in Los Angeles since the 1970s. However, it's important to note that the East Coast Bloods, UBN, and the West Coast Bloods are distinct entities with different codes, structures, and histories. Once the UBN established itself inside prison, its influence quickly spread to the streets. As members were released, they took the Bloods' name, culture, and organization with them, establishing street sets and recruiting new members. Over time, the UBN became deeply involved in criminal activities outside prison, including drug trafficking, robbery, and violent crime. Today, the NY Blood Sets are one of the most notorious and widespread street gangs on the East Coast of the United States. Their influence extends from New York City through various other East Coast cities, and they remain a major player in the world of organized street crime. At number 5, we have Sex Money Murder.
On blood, um, it wasn't real till my man touched it. Peter Rolock.
Home of the murder gang, Sex Money Murder. I'm sure y'all heard of it.
Once he touched it and being his realness, it transcended to the street. It was okay to be a blood. I think the first real set that was really out on the streets and really flagging and really going wild was Sex Money and Murder.
Originating in the Soundview region of the Bronx, New York.
Yeah, they put Pistol Pete on a pedestal and stuff, right? And OG back. But this is what I learned from somebody in my comments. I forgot the cat name, but y'all can go back when I was talking about the Bloods, or either it was talking about motherfucking OG Percy and shit. And dude in my comments and stuff, he said some real shit to the point where how I look at games and shit different now. It took him saying that for to make me look at shit different. But yo, let me turn this camera up because my shit ain't healed yet. I don't want y'all to be looking like, yo, he got that. That shit looking gross. But look, motherfucker be bragging about gang and all of this and that, right? But if you think about that shit, it's destruction. It's nothing building. These gangs and shit, far as like the Crips and the Bloods, the Rolling Sixes or whoever you want to motherfucking call it, motherfuckers ain't building. Motherfuckers ain't standing for goddamn building communities. These motherfucking gangs that we rep two down communities and shit. And it took somebody in my comments to say that. And I normally would go back at somebody like, yo, what the fuck you doing in my comments saying such and such, but I couldn't even argue back with them. You get what I'm saying? Like, honestly, like, we bragged about gangs and shit that would cause destruction to communities and shit. Like, I don't give a fuck what good you done did as far as like standing up for your community, as far as like if somebody try to come through and you standing up for the old elderly people. I ain't talking about, I'm talking about in general, period. Our come and go was the goddamn, it's just to cause destruction. It's nothing good with that gang banging shit. You get what I'm saying? So it took somebody saying some shit similar to what I'm saying in my comment for me to have a different outlook at this shit. At the end of the motherfucking day, I used to give motherfucking OG Mac hell. But at the end of the day, man, it's not even about fraudulent gains and shit nowadays. It's like, yo, you all brag on OG Mac and y'all brag on Pistol Pete, right? Those guys too down the communities in the Bronx and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? So we speaking on Sex Money Brother right now. You get what I'm saying? So I look at it like, yo, These guys ain't do nothing but cause division and motherfucking destruction. And for somebody to be running around here putting another individual on a pedestal high as you, that says a whole lot about you all selves as an individual man. You get what I'm saying? Are you a man? Do you look at yourself as a man for uplifting somebody else? You get what I'm saying? Another man.
The street organization known as Sex Money Murder established its roots. Peter Rollick, also known as Pistol Pete, after a period in Rikers Island where he encountered a UBN leader, OG Mac, aligned the gang with the original sets of the United Blood Nation, UBN. UBN marked the genesis of the Blitz on the East Coast, particularly in New York. The formation of the gang can be credited to Greg Stone, nicknamed Grog, from the Soundview Houses, and Xavier, often referred to as X, from the Bronx River Houses, both of which are public housing developments managed by the NYCHA. The United Blood Nation itself was an alliance born in the confines of Rikers Island, amalgamating various blood sets. Rollick received a life sentence without the possibility of parole and was placed in the federal Supermax facility in Florence, Colorado. This
And it's like that happens, man, when you want to be infamous and known for goddamn bad and shit in the community and shit. Now, if he, who's to say if he would have had all of that power if he was on some positive stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like if you wreak havoc, that's why I be saying people be getting that shit confused. Love and animosity and shit, they be getting that shit confused. And fear. We'll act like we fuck with you because of fear. We don't want to get something. We don't want nothing to happen to us when we go out here amongst our living and travels and stuff and commute. You get what I'm saying? We don't want shit to happen to us. So let's act like we cool with the program. It's a whole lot of people that could have stood. Man, let me ask this. What happened with the Black Panthers anyway? Like them organizations and shit that supposed to had started because of you get what I'm saying? The same reason why the New York Blood said they formed, it's the same reason why the Black Panthers formed. It was because of oppression and shit. You get what I'm saying? Like the blacks, y'all know why the Black Panther started. So it's the same reason of why the New York Blood started. Them Land Kings and Neanderthals was on their ass. You get what I'm saying? So y'all know like the KKK and the whites and all of that shit. There was too many black injustices. So the Black Panthers was started. But what I'm basically saying is like, where are those organizations at now? They won't only fight for like black injustices, the shit that happened to the blacks. They were fighting to get gangs out of communities and shit. And they was like they swept under the goddamn rug and shit now. When you hear something about a Black Panther, you would hear something like Farmer. And see, that's what I be telling. That's what I was talking about in my video recently. The Muslims has taken over the motherfucking Black Panther shit. Y'all know like what the Black Panther stood for? It's like the Muslims is doing that shit now. The Nation of Islam per se. A militia. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, now when you look back at it, you want to be looked at as like a brother that built a community. And see, that's gonna be a different outlook because you being infamous for like being a street dude and shit like that, it's gonna hold a prestige in the street people eyes. But you got other people out here that's not street people. So you don't want bad lighting on your name when your name is mentioned. You get what I'm saying? Peter pull up. Motherfucker just look at you as Pistol Pete. Ain't nothing good coming behind your name. Omar Perti. That's OG Mac. Ain't nothing good coming behind your name when those names are mentioned. You get what I'm saying? So It was all about destruction. And I done learned that shit from dude in my comments and shit. So I look at that shit different now. Running around here bragging about gangs and this set and throwing up signs and having tattoos and shit. But those gangs is all about destruction. It ain't nothing about building. You get what I'm saying? Honestly.
Sentence came after his family was targeted for prosecution. Pete entered a plea bargain for his involvement in the deaths and intent to kill 6 individuals at the Stevenson Commons complex in Soundview. His plea terms mandated potential indefinite segregation along with unique administrative measures that limit his communication. Even though Rollick has shown exemplary behavior in the Florence facility, efforts to ease these restrictions haven't succeeded.
And y'all see that right there, Pistol Pete, SMM founder. So we're gonna add Larry Hoover to the equation. All right. Y'all see, like Larry Hoover a while back supposedly had denounced anything dealing with the Gangster Disciples and shit, right? So these cats is at that damn Florence 88 shit, and you is on like, I think really you don't have no TV in there, but you do have a TV in there, and the only thing you watch is like the news or some shit like that. So imagine all of these years, motherfucking El Chapo in that motherfucker too, if I'm not mistaken. Your bedding is straight concrete. I'm not there. We'll probably cover that another day and shit like Florence 80X federal shit. But motherfuckers is doing what they can to get away from that bitch. And you have to be somewhere like that if you looked at it as a big influence. And to this day, I'm wondering why the fuck they ain't never sent Big Meech there over the high influence that he had over inmates and shit. You get what I'm saying? I never understood why he wasn't sent there, because you sent there. Maybe Big Meech didn't have a negative. His reach wasn't negative. For as like, okay, Big Meech got everybody in them prisons and shit, federal prisons behind them walls and shit, rocking goddamn BMF tattoos and shit, right? But that's all it is. Like, it ain't like they joining forces to go against oppression or none of that. It's just like brothers coming together, and it's just like a brotherhood type shit. You ain't really causing no destruction type shit. Whereas on the other end, they felt like Pistol Pete probably had enough influence to a point where like, yo, you can't be on no regular yard, and you can't be housed in like no type of shoe. You get what I'm saying? Special housing unit. You get what I'm saying? So because you would have had influence on correctional officers to give the message to your lieutenants out there on the yard or some type of way. So let's put you under lock and key for sure, and make sure that you don't be no type of influence out here. So that's what they did with Larry Hoover, because they felt like the GD reach was powerful, and anything dealing with like you trying to be a leader against oppression, and they didn't know if it was against them. You get what I'm saying? Like, I still didn't understand it, like why they locked Larry Hoover away for all them years and shit like that, right? And to my knowledge, like anything dealing with like you're a rebel of like politics and shit like that. It's like they try to throw away the key with you. Like when Tula Shakur, Tupac's stepfather. They waited till he was got there ill enough where he can't even take care of himself to release him. You get what I'm saying? So all those freedom fighter type individuals, those are the ones that's like, yo, supposed to have been home, but they still locked away and gonna die in that motherfucker. So at the end of the day, Peter Puller, Pistol P, Sex Money Murder founder, right? I wonder how he feels about cats still out here saying sex, money, murder, and shit, and they wreaking havoc out here, like putting a bad light on that. So it's to my knowledge, like you don't have no type of communications with the outside world, none of that shit. So I'm trying to figure out like, is it any type of way he can get a message out here like, yo, y'all cease their sex, money, brother shit. Like that shit is no longer. Like they already got me locked up for life without the possibility of parole. You get what I'm saying? So it might be some light for me one day far as my housing. But far as my freedom, I know it's a wrap with that. But y'all go ahead and do away with that damn sex money murder bullshit. You get what I'm saying? Because now, while y'all out there doing wreaking havoc and shit, they monitoring me 24/7. So they see that I ain't got no influence on what you all are doing, but the shit that I started is still out there in flames, man. Go on and pour some water on that shit, man. Kill that shit. So the life that I'm living now, or trying to live a different positive life, it would look better when what I started is dismantled. If y'all get what I'm saying, I broke that shit.
Succeeded as of 2012. Prosecutors remain concerned that any directive from Rollick could be swiftly executed by members of Sex Money Murder. Over time, SMM aligned itself with the United Blood Nation, which rose to prominence in the 1990s. This affiliation led to a rapid expansion of SMM beyond its original territories. While their primary stronghold remains in the Soundview area of the Bronx, their influence has extended into the South Bronx and several eastern Brooklyn districts such as Bedford-Stuyvesant, Brownsville, Crown Heights, and East New York. On Long Island, the gang's presence is on the rise, notably in places like Roosevelt, New York, with a smaller footprint in Hempstead, New York.
Sure y'all heard of it.
Once he touched it and being his realness, it transcended to the street. It was okay to be a blood. I think the first real set that was really out on the streets and really flagging and really going wild was Sex, Money, and Murder.
Originating in the Soundview region of the Bronx, New York, the street organization known as the expansion of SMM beyond its original territories. While their primary strong
Man, look to the left of me. Look to the right of me.
Man, I had to look and see did I touch the live, but I'm almost 20 minutes in. Ain't nobody up here. This is some good joint, man. Some rebuttals, man. And I'm ready to drop the link in the chat. So if somebody want to get on here and rebuttal their gang and shit, like, yo, blase, Y'all can hit that link right there in the comments and speak your piece. You will have a voice on here. You ain't gonna get cut off. You know what I'm saying? You can speak your piece on here. So right now we ready. We just went over the sex, money, murder. So now we ready to cover the 9 trade. Y'all know I usually like talk my little noise and shit like that, talk my little ish with this shit, but it ain't even worth it doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, gangs and shit ain't nothing for excuse me. I can't get it out correctly, but gangs don't stand nothing but for destruction.
Man, we outside. Whoa! And we coming to LA. We be there in the morning.
Before the music shit, we was running around together, doing what we do, painting the town red, know what that mean and all that. If you banging the beat game, I'm talking about, blood is progress, you know what I'm saying?
And I know this gonna go under a whole lot of people's feet and shit, right? And pretty much a knucklehead ain't gonna give a fuck. But notice that most of these leaders and shit are incarcerated. Notice that the leaders are incarcerated. OG Mac, motherfucking Pistol Pete, Mel Murder. You get what I'm saying? Like leaders, people that are looked at as well, individual cats that's looked at as leaders and shit that that are behind something that you all want to follow. These motherfuckers are incarcerated. So do you want to continue following that shit? And then it took a lot. Well, I ain't gonna speak on me, but it's gonna take a lot in somebody to be on some shit like, yo, I ain't denouncing or whatever the case is, because it seems like it's what's cool nowadays for you to throw up a certain symbol or a sign or something, and you is looked at as belonging to a certain entity. You get what I'm saying? So it's hard for a knucklehead to look at shit like what I'm saying and take it, take it in and use their cognitive thinking and shit. You get what I'm saying? Like honestly, motherfuckers don't give a damn about the bad side of shit until they actually going through that shit. You get what I'm saying? And that's like fighting cases because of something that you rep and stand for. Now you in that bitch fighting cases and shit. Now they telling you Rico, and they coming at you with certain time and shit. So now you looking at yourself like, yo, is this shit worth it? And then some on the other end will be looking at it like, yo, it's just another stain to my motherfucking pedigree. You get what I'm saying? Like, people's want to look at me like I done stood tall, I done got this time for such and such, and it's going to make me look bigger in the gang family eyes, per se.
Founded in 1993 within the confines of the Rikers Island jail complex in New York City, this gang emerged as the first blood sect endorsed by OG Mac. The most recent known leaders include Magoo, a trailblazer as one of the early Hispanic Bloods or rarity then, and SI, who met a tragic end in a standoff with the police at his residence. Their influence stretches from Virginia to New York, North Carolina, Baltimore, and New Jersey. At number 3, we have the 1-8 Trey Gangster Blitz. The 1-8 Trey Gangster Blitz represent a subset of the widespread street gang known as the Bloods. Originating from the Bronx in New York, they stand as one of the foundational sets of the United Blood Nation, a coalition of blood factions birthed within the confines of Rikers Island.
And I'm going to do this tomorrow. I know I'm going to do it. I'm gonna do a reaction to where the UBN really started, and I ain't gonna even speak on it now because it's not really important to what I'm trying to share. You get what I'm saying? But just be looking out for that content tomorrow about the UBNs and like where they originated and where they from.
Correctional Facility in New York. Their influence and operations extend beyond New York, reaching into various other states. At number 2, we have the Bloodhound Brims.
Yeah, this your boy Latik La Brim Johnson. So I'm gonna take a moment to set the record straight for you. I see there's a lot of controversy over this Whoopty thing. So first and foremost, CJ made a hot song, but the content that he used is not his content. So his foundation is based off a lie. He's not Whoopty. He don't know nothing about Whoopty. He just seen a fly splash and he jacked it. Whoopty was the secret when we coming through you, who's gonna fix it in? I'm in jail and I still.
Operating primarily within the broader New York region from around 2005 to 2016, the Bloodhound Brims, BHB, emerged as a notable faction of the National Blitz Street Gang, falling under the umbrella of the New York Blood Rim Army, NYBBA. Their influence stretched across various parts of New York, including New York City, Westchester County, Elmira, extending into Pennsylvania, and even penetrated federal and state prison system. The driving force behind BHB was its founder.
And once again, like I said, y'all see where it leads you. You see where all the founders at, right? You see where the founders at, right? I ain't got to speak on it.
Founder and leader, Lateef Johnson, aka Labrim, often revered by gang members and associates as the Godfather. Labrim orchestrated the gang's structure, dividing it into distinct pedigrees, each with its tailored leadership hierarchy. At number 1, we have the Mac Baller Brims.
Hold on, 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 hold on.
Inside America. American Towers is my 18th Banks peoples right here. These he came up with. Take on the road, you know what I'm saying? Right now, I went to Brooklyn, did rest in peace.
The Mac Baller Brims represent a formidable Bronx-rooted syndicate of drug and arms traffickers. Considered by authorities as the city's most menacing gang, this faction of the National Bloods gang commands a significant portion of New York's illicit drug market and exerts substantial influence in Rikers Island. There, they oversee the flow of contraband and wield life or death power over inmates, according to police and jail insiders. Established in 2001, the Mac Baller Brims stand out as the most influential among the Brim subsets in New York. Their growth and clout have led to internal divisions and